Chapter 8, Part 2 of 6 Bullets, 7 Kills. Anastasia, Anastasia, Spencer began to say. It's all right, Daddy. He deserves it. No one should be allowed to overpay because the guy says so, she said. That is absolutely true, but our lives weren't at stake, so that's water under the bridge. I think he really is old, crusty, and sad about the life he had. People like that think others should follow the standards they had to endure. Just projecting their negative experiences onto others in the present day makes what they did only normal. People that People like that tend to want to control the conversations. He said, "Do you understand?" Anastasia popped open her yoo-hoo, taking a drink, turning her attention back to him. Not really, Daddy. I got lost in the middle of it, and now I can't even remember any of it. Spencer Mahoy laughs, rubbing the top of Anastasia's Yankee ball cap. He looked over his shoulder, waiting for a car to pass. Putting in reverse, he slid out, transitioning into drive, taking them beyond the laundry for a U-turn. Bowling alley and arcade becoming their parade route. Anastasia said, I want to play asteroids, Daddy. We will see. I must check in with Sheriff Wright. Who knows what he is going to say? Catherine stopped by earlier, so you know. He trailed off, coming to a stop at the four-way intersection to make sure she is fine. I understand that, Daddy. If not today, then after the movies? She asked. Might as well might might as well as make a day of it. We can get something to eat at the Hop after the movies too, he said, pulling into the sheriff office parking lot. Yes, but after asteroids we can eat at the Hop, she said excitedly. Spencer Mahoy placed the Yukon into park, keeping it running again, and clicking on the radio. Hope something is on for you. He exited the Yukon, smiling before closing the door. Okay, love you, Daddy, Anastasia said, searching the static. Love you too, Spencer turned, heading for the entrance. Hey, Brad, you see that marathon of the Outer Limits last night? Spencer greeted loudly, seeing Deputy Montgomery sitting at his desk, taking the bat doors by each hand, grandiose his entrance. God damn, Spencer. I know we talked about this before. Deputy Montgomery leaned back in his chair, shook his head in shame for him. He busted out in laughter, slapping Deputy Jones' shoulder with a comrade's acknowledgement. Sheriff is in the sleeping chamber. I'd be quiet, Deputy Jones said, returning to stare at the phone. What's up with Jimmy? He asked, taking the volume down a few notches. He needs more phone time, that's all, Spencer, Deputy Montgomery said. First, you are in big trouble for missaying the Twilight Zone, right? He laughed, sitting in the chair, extending Deputy Montgomery's desk to the middle of the building. First and foremost, the separation of most concerning is that one is fantasy and one is science fiction, Deputy Montgomery was saying in a correction of simple ignorance. Spencer Mahoy lit up a camel, laying his pack and Zippo on the edge of Brad's desk provided to him. Here we go. Oh, just wait. After I tell you again, I have a more recent update example. He lit up a lucky. The Outer Limits, from which you discredited the work by referring it in the fantasy category, when in fact the Twilight Zone is the fantasy and the Outer Limits is the science fiction. And all that before even watching the show. Wow, Spencer said with wow laughter. You have to know the genre you are watching to even know the programming you are seeing, he said philosophically. Okay, I understand that, Spencer said, looking past Deputy Montgomery, eyes focusing on the object in the last cell on the bottom bunk. All right, here's the update. You have seen Star Trek, a motion picture, right? He asked, bringing Spencer's sight back to the revelation. God damn. I wish I skipped it and watched The Wrath of Khan first, Spencer said, trying to shake the boredom out of his head. Good. That should have told you science fiction revolves more on the logical side, making it science fiction. Therefore, Star Wars doesn't even have an Earth in it to tie us to the reality of what us humans can achieve on our own if we just work together and put our best thoughts into building of our future. I see. So if it has an Earth, then no fantasy, Spencer said. Now, there can still be fantasy elements on Earth, so know that as well, Deputy Montgomery said. So, if the story is about humans on Mars, say, mining oxygen and rare ores, is it fantasy? He asked with a shitty grin. Now you're just busting my balls, Spencer, he said with a laugh, putting out his lucky. Spencer Mahoy stood up, butting out his camel, chuckling. Indeed, I'd be doing, Brad. He patted Brad on the back, heading for the last cell. Hey, Brad, what's this? What's what? He asked, swiveling to see Spencer reaching the last cell. This. He entered the cell, picking up a leather wallet. Christ, Spencer, keep it down. The sheriff. Bring that back over here. Deputy Montgomery motioned Spencer to take the lead. He walked back, flipping the wallet open, taking the driver's license out, reading it. Deputy Jones ripped the wallet out of his hands, reaching for the license as well. Spencer stepped 1 foot back, pushing Deputy Jones' second grab away with his sudden free hand. Christ, Jimmy, it's another one of your mistakes. Deputy Montgomery took the license from Spencer's offering fingers held up to Brad. What was John doing in the jail cell? Spencer asked in true bewilderment. God damn, Jimmy. Okay, look, all I'm saying is, and this could get me tortured and frozen in carbonite, he was saying. Okay, I get the difference. What? Spencer Mahoy is getting a bit irritated at the delay of information about his best friend's stay in the cell. You best not, Brad. You be watching phones, too, Deputy Jones warned. John is at the hospital right now. Bet you talk with him, Deputy Montgomery stated. Christ. No hints, Brad? Spencer asked his friend. Sorry, Spencer. I truly am. But you are going to have to hear it from him, he said. The front door chimed to a bored Anastasia, stop, stopping halfway to the back door. She twisted her ears to the radio in the background. Christ, Daddy, I could have been listening to them talk about the World Series in here instead of the Yukon. We were having an adult conversation, Anastasia, that's why, he said to his daughter about her interruption. And now it is done. Now you may leave, Spencer, Deputy Jones said. Spencer saluted Brad, turning to Deputy Jones. Christ's sakes, Jimmy. It's not like you haven't used a slang growing up. Good day, Spencer. He went back to look at the phones.